What's up guys, UFC 242 was an amazing card with some great fights. But let's get straight to the main event, which was a magnificent performance by the champ Khabib Nurmagomedov against a motivated and a very dangerous opponent in Dustin Poirier. What we saw was a masterful display of grappling as always, and pretty much a complete domination by Khabib. I mean, it's gotten to a point where it's almost unreal how Khabib is able to do this to every single one of his opponents. But there were some key series of events that we should have a look at, and believe it or not, Poirier didn't do all that bad, and in my opinion gave Khabib his hardest fight yet. Now, a few things that are noted in the fight. Khabib's cage work, Khabib's wrestling on the ground, Poirier's opportunities in the stand-up department, very crucial as he did have some success, the submission finish, potential opportunities to exploit against Khabib, and of course, the Tony Ferguson matchup. Now, Khabib's cage work was nothing short of amazing. It's very important to note how Khabib shot at Poirier using the cage as a safety net in case he missed, but also used the cage to trap Poirier and secure the takedown. In the first round, we saw both fighters measuring the distance and feeling each other out, but Khabib was able to subtly push Poirier against the cage by walking him down and trapping him before finally shooting towards Poirier and using the cage to cut off Poirier and block his escape. And once Khabib got Poirier to the cage, it was complete domination. The wrist control and the constant switching between going for the ankle and then coming up top to the leg kept Poirier guessing. Khabib was glued to Dustin and just did not give him any room to break free. The way he lifted the leg for a brief moment to then quickly sweep and get Poirier off balance was incredible, because it caused Poirier to trip and then forced him to scramble and burn energy, but there was just nowhere to go. And all of this was happening while Khabib was putting his body weight on Poirier, which again drains you because you've got to get back up carrying Khabib's body weight. Once Khabib got Poirier on the ground, that was it. The mauling began, and I thought the first round was clearly a 10-8 round. Now the second round was very interesting, and I feel Poirier had moments of success. He actually connected with a looping right hand over Khabib's left arm and got Khabib's chin clean. That stunned Khabib and forced him to retreat, and Poirier followed up with some good shots, but Khabib also caught Poirier with a good shot on the way in. This showed two things. Khabib can definitely be hit because he leaves the chin high up and moves back unguarded. But it also shows that Khabib can take a solid punch because Poirier has some crazy power, and the fact that Khabib recovered so quick is quite scary. But Khabib recovered well and again just rinsed and repeated the tried and tested game plan of pushing Poirier against the cage, securing the takedown, and then just mauling Poirier. Now in round 3, Poirier had a good moment with his guillotine, and I felt he could have used that to push Khabib away and get back up, because I don't think he really managed to sink that into the point where it was a real threat to Khabib. However, it still gave Khabib some concern as he backed off a little bit, and Poirier could have used that as a moment to escape, but I think he just burned himself out even more, and once Khabib got out of the hold, that was pretty much it for Poirier. The way Khabib freed up the neck to sink in the choke was very impressive, and I think for the first time Khabib really respected his opponent and was actively looking to end the fight, as we didn't see as much as ground and pound, but it was more about a case of always looking for the submission, again showing us that Khabib definitely respected Dustin's toughness, and the neck eventually presented itself and Khabib jumped on the opportunity to finish the fight. Nonetheless, a magnificent performance by Khabib, and now that's 28-0. That is such a crazy record. This guy is a monster. But there were a couple of things to note here. It seems to get the better of Khabib, you have to actually push him back. Anytime Poirier had any success was when he was actually moving forward or inside the circle and not too close to the cage to allow Khabib to charge in. The minute Poirier started backing up towards the cage, it led straight to a takedown. If you watch the fight, this happened every time. The key seems to be keeping Khabib in the middle of the octagon. If you're up against the cage, you're in Khabib's domain, and there's not much you can do. But honestly, after watching Khabib's impressive fight, I'm now even more confident that Tony Ferguson will be his biggest challenge. I really feel Tony will be able to pressure Khabib and not have his back against the cage, and you don't want to get caught by Ferguson because he will hurt you bad. I will create a separate video breaking Ferguson versus Khabib because I think this has to be the next fight, there's no question about that. But man, it's undeniable that Khabib is a talent, and he is the man to beat. I feel if he beats Tony Ferguson, Khabib is without a doubt the greatest of all time. Also worth adding was the amazing amount of respect between both the fighters. That was a great moment by Khabib, and how can you not feel bad for Dustin, who had to overcome so much. But with every fight, more people will be studying Khabib's game, and this will bring more challenges for Khabib. He's in the spotlight, and I think GSP said it best, that defending the title is way harder as you're the target and everyone's studying you. And despite that, Khabib's performance was spectacular. Thanks for watching, and if you liked the video, please leave a like and please subscribe to my channel as it helps me grow. Any support is truly appreciated.